Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? It must be a mental thing. I mean, to have that record, you're not giving yourself a chance of getting draws, really, in Premier League game. Never mind wins. The fact that they've won 2 of those games is quite incredible. But it's something they have to stop. I wonder about Spurs. Are they a good team, or are they a team that is just an average team that relies on a striker too much to score goals? Yeah. Because they're not easy on the eye. They're not really overly enjoyable to watch. They grind out results here and there, but when you stop grinding out results, performances start to be analysed, and Spurs are having a very tough time at the moment.
Yeah, Conte really critical of his players after the match as well. He said it was a miracle that they've managed to finish in the top 4 last season. They spent a lot of money in the summer.
Just
but
160.
He doesn't even seem happy with that, though, does he? What was the problem today, in your mind?
Same movie we've been seeing for the last, seven matches. Keep going behind. I mean, I don't think this is a personnel or a player thing. I think this is on the manager. Because I'd love to know what his team talk is. You know, you can look at the energy he would give you going onto the pitch. I can't imagine what his team talks are like. I listen to him before games. I listen to him after games, and he's quite dry. Doesn't give a lot away. So I wonder if he's inspiring the team, because how can you go into those games going behind once or twice in 6 out of 7 games? It's a pattern that they've got into. It must be the approach in the start to games where, you know, you're going behind in a game and you've got to react. Then you concede another one and you've got to react. You can't do that in the Premier League. You can't keep coming back from going 2 behind. And the goals they're conceding are not good goals. I mean, this one's a goalkeeping error, but Romero switches off. Højbjerg is the only player that thinks there might be a little bit of danger.
Someone could rescue him.
Yeah, but absolutely. But look at the players that are switching off. Højbjerg's next to Ollie Watkins. Look, he's walking. Go and track him back and put a shift in. Help your goalkeeper. Everyone will look at Lloris and go, he's made the mistake, which he has. But look at 17. Don't mark him on that.
Oh, absolutely. And even, you know, initially, I know you're not expecting him to score from that distance, but there's absolutely no pressure on the shot. Basuma just stands still and says, go on, then shoot. And then, as you say, Ollie Watkins is the only person that thinks, I might take a chance here. Yeah. And defenders have to expect mistakes. That's
this goal's worse.
Easiest art to defend.
You think this is worse?
I think this is worse, because I worked with Owen Hargreaves on the Brentford game, and the 2 midfield players, Basuma and Højbjerg, got ran off in that game for one of Brentford's goals. Basuma does the same thing again. Yeah. He allows the midfield runner, Luiz, just to run in the box. It's a great goal from Villa's point of view. The passing, the closing down, the execution of this assist from John McGinn, the first touch, the flick finish. From a Villa point of view, that is absolutely first class. And I've got no idea, Ian, how tracking midfield runners as an art has gone out the game. That's one of the most basic...
They've got enough players back there.
It's one of the most basic things in football. If Leon's running in the box, it's my job to track him.
You wouldn't have been able to keep up with me.
True. I'd have fouled you.
They're the issues in defence, but they've got issues in attack as well. Especially this season, it seems like when these 2 are not at it, it's just not happening for them.
Yeah, I mean, and they're a team, you know, we know the record, you know, they have the most assists for each other in the Premier League ever. So, you know, they've relied on each other to create their goals. I mean, I don't see any creativity from the rest of the team. So if these 2 aren't having the perfect game, they're not going to create chances or score goals. And Heung-min Son this season, for whatever reason, hasn't looked like the Golden Boot winner that he did last season.
He scored in 1 game.
He scored in 1 game.
I don't think it's the injury. I think he looks a yard off it. I think whether that relationship over the years has been strained, whether we're both playing as number 9s and they were battling out to top scorer, and when Kane went out the side, he produced. They're a magnificent partnership. We've seen that over the years on how many assists and goals they've got. But for some reason, those 2 might be looking at the players behind them thinking, there's not a lot of creativity. If we're going to win a game, it's on those 2 to produce.
It's always down to them. And throughout the team, I mean, they play with a back 3, 2 wing-backs who, OK, Perisic has come in a bit more attacking, but ultimately they're all defensive-minded. They have 2 or 3 at times holding midfielders once Bentancur's there.
Fixtures as well.
I was just going to say, that's a difficult block of fixtures.
They rely heavily on just the front 2, and you're going into all of those games coming up and you're thinking, are they going to be able to, first of all, keep clean sheets and not go 2-0 behind in each of those games? But are they going to be able to score goals? Because if you're not, Harry Kane's having a good season, and he's the one that's keeping them where they are in the league with his goals. He's having a terrific goal-scoring season. But if he's not doing it, they don't win games.
They're falling out of the top 4,
and
they're not winning games. Massive worry.